Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode, and this time I'm really excited about the new block deck, because even for a block deck this deck can be really competitive and also challenging for opponents in diamond rank, for example. It feels really strong and always shows you many ways to distract the opponent. So I'm speaking about the Izzet Block Deck from the set Innistrad Midnight Hunt. This deck is a classic Izzet build, heavily centered around casting instant and sorcery spells. We have a lot of creatures that benefit from those type of cards, and the coolest thing about this is we have so many cards with Flashback, so we can even cast it one more time. The primary objective here isn't the speed, rather it's about control and attack the opponent from many sides. And we have also control about what we want to draw with cards such as Arcane Infusion, Consider, also Play with Fire and Memory Deluge. Let's go over to the creatures. We have 4 different creatures in this deck. The most important is, and this is also one of my favorite, is the Smoldering Egg. When we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we put an ember counter on the egg. Each ember counter equals the mana we have spent for the instant or sorcery spell. When it has 7, it transforms into the mighty dragon, and whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spells, it deals 2 damage to any target. A great card, I love to play with it because you can deal so much damage, and we have also so many cheap spells, so we can also target, for example, the opponent, and yeah. Also, it's not that difficult to cast it. We have cards such Memory Deluge, Burn Down the House, for example, that add a bunch of those ember counters. Thermo Alchemist can also deal a lot of damage. We can tap it and it deals 1 damage to the opponent. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we can also untap it. Then we have Delver of Secrets. Can be very useful since transformed it's a 3/2 flying creature, adding versatility to our creature lineup. The other amazing creature is Leer, Disciple of the Drowned, a game changer, granting all cards in our graveyard flashback at their actual mana cost, making the cards with flashback even cheaper when we want to cast it from the graveyard. Let's go over to the instant and sorcery spells. Our deck features a variety of burn spells such as Play with Fire, Cathartic Pyre and Burn Down the House. Some of these spells offer additional utility, for example Cathartic Pyre. We can also discard cards and draw cards when we have, for example, too many lands. Also Play with Fire, we can scry for 1. My favorite card here is definitely Memory Deluge, because we can scry X and draw 2 cards, and also Arcane Infusion, providing us so much flexibility. Fading Hope allows us to return creatures to their owner's hands. Sometimes we can bring huge creatures back to their opponent's hand, but we can also say, for example, our greatest card, Leer the Disciple. For example, we have also Consider, is also useful since we can put the card into the graveyard that we don't need, and we can also draw a card. Seize the Storm makes an elemental creature, and its power is equal to the instant and sorcery spells in our graveyard. Last but not least, we have also one artifact. Its Geist Flame Reservoir can be, in my opinion, also game changer. It gets a charge counter whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, and we can also tap it, pay 2 mana, and we can deal damage by minus the charge counters. I really like also the second ability, because for the same mana we can also exile the top card of our deck, and we can also cast it this turn. Lands, in total we have 23 lands, we have 11 islands and 12 mountains, so let's play some games.